We've all had embarrassing BO moments. I remember every time I was pregnant, I felt as if I smelled like hot garbage. I was like, is this what my body smells like? Now, part of that was I could just had what they call vampire smell. But also I was like, wait, is this how my body actually smells? Because now I can smell it for real. Fortunately, Lumi Body Deodorant is making it so none of us have to ever worry about BO again. Unlike certain other deos, Lumi is powered by mandelic acid to control odor in a new way. Lumi delivers outrageous 72-hour control everywhere from your pits to your feet. And yes, even your privates. In fact, it was patients' concerns about private part odor that originally inspired the OBGYN who invented Lumi. Fast forward 6 years and her game-changing whole body deodorant has now earned over 300,000 5-star reviews from people like me who love feeling confident from head to toe. For new customers, get 15% off all Lumi products with our exclusive code and link. Use code ARGUE at lumideodorant.com. That's LUMEDEODORANT.com. There's a bit of a mouthful. I'll do it again. LUMEDEODORANT.com. Absolutely love Lumi, especially since we're going into the summer. Baby, you can't just be thinking your armpits are the only thing that's about to try to give you trouble, especially if you are thick and like me. You got to get the back of those knees. You got to get under the fupa. You got to get under the titots. Okay? Lumi's the one that you're going to want to use. Again, it's a whole body deodorant created by OBGYN, blocks odor for up to 72 hours, baking soda's free and paraben free and pH balanced. Lumi Starter Pack is perfect for new customers. It comes in a solid stick deodorant, cream, tube deodorant, and 2 free products of your choice, like a mini body wash or deodorant wipes, and it's free shipping. As a special offer for listeners, new customers get 15% off all Lumi products with our exclusive code, and if you combine the 15% off with your already discounted starter pack, that equates over to 40% off their starter pack. Use code ARGUE for 15% off your first purchase at lumideodorant.com. That's code ARGUE at LUMEDEODORANT.com. What's up, everybody?
What's happening, family?
And welcome back to another episode of Is This Gonna Cause an Argument? My name is Angel Lakita Tanksley, a.k.a. Angel Lakita Moore, a.k.a. The Chick Angel. Sorry, my voice kind of went out on the end. Angel. There we go. I am joined by the incredible Hulk himself, my sexy husband over here. He's also the other host of this podcast. Tell me, y'all.
Marcus Tanksley, a.k.a. Tank, the other host of this podcast. Like she said, hey, if this is your first time tuning in, we greatly appreciate it. Mm-hmm. This is a podcast we do every single week, and we pretty much talk about anything we feel like it at this point. Been that way for a couple years now. If you are just now watching us for the very first time, that means you're probably not a part of our immediate family. This immediate family is great. We have a good time with them. They watching us live right now. You watching the edited version. They seen the uncut version. They got comments and everything rolling in right now. You can be a part of that immediate family. The reason we call them immediate family because it's a little closer. Okay, we do things outside of the public eye. You can't just get with Jen Pop. You understand what I'm saying? So you can be a part of that. All you got to do is go to patreon.com/thatchickangel, sign up for the low of $5 a month. And it can be it's a good time over here, I must say. And we also joined by some wonderful sponsors. Ain't you?
You already heard about one, Lumi Deodorant. The other is HelloFresh. And we will also be talking about BetterHelp later on. Please use our promo codes, our discount codes. Let them know that we sent you. And it's a great way to collaborate with us. So now that we've handled the business side of things, How you doing?
I'm doing good.
You doing good?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to jump into a little bit of In My Feelings.
Let me tell you what's got me in my feelings.
I got something making me feel good, which is our oldest segment on this podcast where we talk about what's got us feeling good, what's got us feeling some type of way. And I think the people need to know what's been having you feeling a type of way because we need referrals.
Referrals?
Yeah.
What you talking about?
What you mean, what am I talking about? How you not know what I'm talking about? What we need to buy?
Oh, y'all, we need to buy a mattress.
Yeah.
Now, I know we've had sponsors.
The thing is that I love the mattress, but Marcus's body.
My body ain't agreeing with this mattress anymore.
Well, go speak to the whole thing, because you did find a way. You were like, oh, this is what I need.
Yeah, so as y'all, like, I was waking up every morning and my body would be stiff in general, but mainly my back. Like, I would have to, wait a little while before I could get 100% mobile. And then I was like, you know what, let me try the whole, pillow between the knee thing. And I was doing that, and I was like, oh, that actually helped a little bit. It wasn't like waking up refreshed like I used to. But it definitely helped. And then once again, I was working out and tweaked my back a little bit. And the pillow thing wasn't working at all anymore. And that, like, I was like, God dang, like, what's going on? Because like I said, morning time was the worst. It got to the point to where I wake up in the morning. First thing I would do, brush my teeth, go downstairs to the garage, get on the treadmill, put it on the steepest incline, and I'll walk uphill for 5 to 10 minutes just to loosen up my back so I could move somewhat normally. And I did that for a week?
Yeah.
I think I was doing that for like a week, and then we went home to visit. As y'all know, we got our own day in Lexington, Kentucky. The mayor and the city council and the city, they honored us with a day, May 9th. Anyway, so I had to say that again because that's mind blowing. So anyway, when we went home, I slept in. We stayed at my mom's house like we always do, and we slept in her guest bedroom as always. And I noticed when I got up, that went to bed, got up the next morning, I felt great. No stiffness, nothing wrong. I was like, it's the goddamn mattress. Mm-hmm. Son of a bitch. So I was like, God dang. So again, the mattress we have is absolutely nothing wrong with it. We haven't had it that long. I noticed I was waking up stiff. And so what I did, because, I ain't no feather when it comes to weight. So what I did was I rotated the mattress. I put the head where the feet where the head is, thinking that, maybe I just don't wore this down, and Angel's side ain't going to be worn down nearly as much as mine. And it ain't helped either.
I don't know why I'm close to your weight.
No, you're not that close.
I'm close enough that the difference that it would make would not be significant as far as in mattress worn out.
I beg to differ.
And then you add Amar when he would sleep with us.
All right, it still ain't. Anyway, so that ain't helped either. So now we are in the market for another damn mattress. Once again.
Now, did you mention that you had tweaked your back?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like the combination of Marcus being tall and heavy and Marcus having back issues that we're trying to not exacerbate.
Yeah, that was the problem.
Mattress.
Is the mattress was exacerbated. Anytime I do something, anytime I would do something to tweak my back, getting up in the morning was always the absolute worst thing. So I was like thinking, oh God, I'm thinking this because I'm laying down, I'm laying still for too long or something. No, that ain't it at all. It's I ain't figured out the type of I guess I haven't figured out the type of mattress, because sometimes even when we go out of town, I wake up sore and stiff, and sometimes depending on where we stay, I wake up absolutely refreshed and flexible.
Yeah, so the mattress we have is not a bad mattress. Like, I don't wake up with the problems that he has, but I also don't have the problems that he has, as far as in I'm not 6'5", I'm not a man, and I don't have any back issues that deal with the actual structure in my back. So if any of y'all know of someone who has actually has back issues, like what type of mattresses do they seem to enjoy? So that's where we're at right now with what's got him feeling some type of way.
Yeah, going to chiropractor once a week. He made a lot of sense when I talked to him. Mm-hmm. I was like, all right, I'm going to take that into heat. He was saying most likely the mattress is too soft, which I would have never thought. Usually you get something, I would think not firm, but not too soft, something that fills in because I'm a side sleeper, something that fills in the negative space like between my hips and my shoulders to fill that in to keep my spine level.
Somebody asked, what type of mattress does your mother have?
It's it's one of those select.
No, that we slept on.
Yeah.
Oh, ours is a select.
Yeah, here's the remotes. You can change the. I can't remember. It's not Sleep Number, but it's whoever came out before Sleep Number. You can select the firmness of the mattress. It's one of them. Yeah, it has 2 remotes, one on each side.
So what's got me in my feelings is my hair. And I'm not referring to my hair color. I'm still in love with that. That ain't gone nowhere. I am bored, though, with hair styling already. So I tried to be a big girl this weekend and blow dry and flat iron my hair because I'm trying to get out of this. I absolutely do not put any heat on my hair. I had heat put on my hair for the NAACP Image Awards. It curled back okay. I use a lot of heat protectant this time around, so we'll find out if my curls come back. But like, because it's been so long since I flat ironed my own hair, I'm actually not good at it. I'm actually not good at blow drying or flat ironing my hair. Like the way I blow dry it, my ends look like scarecrow hands, which I know it's how I'm blow drying it more than the health of my ends. That I'm almost certain of, because I remember when I finally figured out how to blow dry my hair when I was younger and how I was able to get rid of that. And then, the flat ironing, I mean, you would have thought that I'd never flat ironed my hair before. Like I had put these curls in it, got it looking full, but I knew that as soon as I moved my head, them curls were going to be gone and my hair was going to look stupid, which was exactly the case. So I've been just like, obviously I can do my afro, I can do my twist out, which I haven't done either one of those in a while, and I'm about to. But a part of me is like, oh, I would love a really cute bob. But then I'm like, I'm not about to cut my hair into a bob. I'm not about to. It's the thing of wanting to do something different, but also not wanting the work to do it. Because I was even like, maybe I should start going to the hairdressers on a regular. Because as Marcus knows, I don't go to the hairdressers.
No.
If I'm getting my hair braided, typically they're coming to my house, they're braiding my hair. So I have not, and then my natural hair I style on my own. So I've been contemplating on if I want to start going to a stylist on a regular basis to do my hair. The only reason why I'm not like hella into wigs, Anisha Grant from our Patreon asked if I would ever thought about doing sister locks or micro locks. I don't want to lock my hair in any form or fashion. I do think it's very pretty. Our assistant, Kennedy, has micro locks or sister locks, whichever one you want to call it. I think it's super duper gorgeous on her. I don't want that on me, on my head. So the big reason why I don't wear wigs is I have a lot of hair and a big head. So where there are some people who are able to easily get wigs on, if I don't have my hair braided down super tight to my head, which I can't do on my own, unless it's a curly wig, it's not going on my head and not looking stupid like I have a hat on my damn head. This girl this weekend had this dope bob wig on. I mean, it was fire. You would love my hair this way. You would be like, now see, that's right there. You look like a boss. That's exactly what you would think.
Where's your pantsuit?
That's exactly. That was also in my head. Marcus would think it was super duper fly. This woman has either her hair is short or her head is small, but like the way that wig was lying flat, I'm just getting a little frustrated by my hair. So just trying to figure out, obviously very first world problems, but just trying to figure out what I want to do with my hair. If I want to do anything outside of braids. The summer is coming, so now I'm not really considering making any type of adjustment that requires me to go into somebody every 2 weeks. But after the summer, I'm like, what do I want to do? I miss my weaves. During my weave, even though sometimes Marcus felt like I had too much hair, during my weave time.
Angel just said it. I have a lot of hair and a lot of head. And Angel was just like, act as if I have no hair and a small head.
But I missed it. I felt like there was so much more things that I was doing with my hair. So I'm just a little frustrated, guys. So if y'all have any suggestions, let me know. But yes, the struggle. There are many people in our Patreon saying they have the exact same struggle. Like, I don't know how white women do it.
They got thin, stringy hair.
No, but their hair be looking the same all the damn time. How do they not just go, ah?
Because they shed new hair constantly.
They are creating new hair all the time.
Constantly.
They are, but I don't know.
What was I doing?
I thought I had found this one cute hairstyle to try during the summer, but she does not have the right color hair for me to use. So it is what it is. I actually think we've done enough on this side of it. So what I want to do is...
Hold on, real quick. That's what I was about to say. I think I was cleaning out the Mustang.
Mm-hmm.
I've had that car for, let me see, was it 2018? I've had that car for 6-7 years. Ain't nobody been in that car but me, Angel, my brother, my mama. I think Miss Dorothy took a ride in it. Handful of people. I was cleaning it out, and when I tell you, I found the longest blonde hair, and it pissed me off. I was like, how did this survive all of this time? And it ain't my first time cleaning the damn car.
You sure it's not from one of my wigs or mama's wig?
Positive.
Oh, why?
Because you don't have no long blonde hair wig.
Yes, I do.
Not this damn blonde and long.
Okay.
And when has that wig been in my car?
I'm not saying I know exactly when, but I've had that wig since after you got the Mustang.
Yeah, that's not possible.
Well, you know what is possible? Making home cooking easy and fun and affordable. With HelloFresh, you get farm fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal the recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. Hey, that's why it's America's #1 meal kit. Listen, make restaurant-style quality meals at home without the high cost of takeout. Plus, HelloFresh new, ready in 20-minute recipes are on the table in just 20 minutes. That's even quicker than delivery. On average, HelloFresh meals have a 31% lower carbon footprint than the meals of the same portion size made from supermarket ingredients. HelloFresh pre-portioned ingredients and 100% offset of their delivery emissions means you're able to get dinner on the table while being kinder to the planet, which I know for me is very important. Y'all know the Tanksleys, we lived off of HelloFresh for at least a solid 2.5 years. We have it on pause right now because we're about to travel a lot, and that's the benefit of that too. You don't got to waste food. You can pause and resume when you're ready if you're out of town. I love that about it. The food is amazing. The kids love to do it with me. You should try it. So what I want you all to do, this is crazy. I love it. Go to HelloFresh.com/arguesweet.
Argue sweet.
For free dessert for life. One dessert item per box with subscription or while subscription is active. That's free dessert for life at HelloFresh.com/arguesweet.
Argue sweet.
That's HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit.
Dropping them desserts off.
Hey, you my dessert, boo. What's got you feeling good, Pumpkin?
What's got me feeling good? It's a bit of a struggle, but it still has me feeling good is moving forward with certain things. I have started filming. Some of y'all know I started filming Taste It with Tank again. And then thinking of new things to do, so not kind of in the same vein. Mm-hmm. Whether it's another rendition of Taste It with Tank or something different. And then just coming up with ideas. There's a lot of stuff on the horizon. I don't even fully, I know y'all know I don't like to just talk about everything that I'm doing. But in this aspect, I don't even fully know myself. So, but it's just the ideas and the things that I have written down. I'm excited about kind of architecting and moving forward with it.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
What's got me feeling good is that yesterday I became a member of Jack and Jill of America Incorporated, specifically the San Fernando Valley chapter. It's something that I have been wanting to do since little Marcus was, I want to say 3 or 4. I plan on doing a video on it because I understand that a lot of people are like, what is this organization? And trust and believe, I didn't know anything about it until I was in college. And while I know there will be work that goes along with it. What I love is that it's all the work that I'm doing is pouring into my children. So, and as you all know who have followed us, like, I be going hard as hell for my kids. And I know some of it is just me trying to, heal my inner child, like wanting to like fully support their interests as well as wanting to give them skill sets and stuff that they might not even want right now that they could be beneficial in the end, but not in the end as an adult or even as an older adolescent. But it was definitely, Marcus is 14. So if I'm telling you I started thinking about this at 3, there has been hills and valleys about like when I was going to do it, what was the right timing. And I was like, if it don't happen this year, I'm not doing it at all.
You've been thinking about it since he was 3?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You said since I was 3.
Sorry, since he was 3. Like I said, I didn't know about this.
You had that on. That's like 78 years you've been thinking about this.
You know what? So I'll do a video about why and explaining the organization and hopefully post it sometime today. But I'm excited. It revolves around Black mothers, and y'all know I love being around Black women. And but the focus is on the children, which again I love. It's so funny. I was asked to potentially step up for a volunteer role at our kids' school. And I declined only because the role was parent facing, meaning a lot of the focus was on the parents and setting community for the parents. And I was like, if it's not child facing, I don't really want to give my energy to it.
Yeah. With them parents, they're gonna be good. They parents, they got their kids in that school. They doing all right.
I was like, while I enjoy, I have volunteered in that capacity before. I didn't want to take on a leadership role in it because I was just like, nah. I got 4 kids, so I would like to make sure I'm putting energy towards what's going to make their experience at this school the most beneficial. The like where they thrive, where they're getting the type of experience that when you pay for an education, you expect your kids to be getting. So, that's got me feeling good. I'm glad that it happened. I'm excited. I'm actually really excited. Y'all know, like I did Palentine's Day 2 years ago with the kids, where the twins and little and Amar, I invited a few of their friends. We did a whole tea party. The boys got to work on their own etiquette. We played games with the kids. And that was just something that was in me to do. I was just like, it would be nice for them to get a chance to dress up and see what it feels to be in a formal setting, but also be in the comfort of my own home. So, I'm excited. Anyhow, I thought I had a TikTok o'clock and I know I saved it. And now I'm mad at myself because I don't think
Something else got me feeling good, y'all.
Oh.
While she's finding that. No, just while you finding that. I already told Patreon this. Y'all know if y'all was on the last Taste Would Take, I think. Y'all, I got the equipment because I want to lower one of my cars, change the stance. And I got everything in. The only thing I'm waiting on is the dude that I found to do it, the shop. Me and him, we've been texting, but none of my messages, they all say not delivered. And sometimes he responds, sometimes he don't. And that was actually my plan. I was going to call him before I got here, but I'm going to call him again today or at least stop by a shop. Like, are you getting these or not? Because I need a price so I can decide whether I'm going to go with him or not. Because I plan on doing this myself, but my mechanic that I usually go to, he was like, you don't do it yourself. You take it to a shop. He laughed at me. Anyway, I'm excited about that, John.
Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to find the thing. And I thought it was pretty good, too. Boo-doopy-doop. Oh, that makes me so angry. Anyways.
Angel, girl, what time is it?
TikTok o'clock.
There was a podcast. I don't even want to say the name. But anyway, they had a panel of men up. And I guess it would just show this short snippet segment that became very controversial and high tension within the segment is basically, I think they had like 8 or 10 men and like lined up on stage. And I'm assuming that the question was, what do you consider success?
Okay. I love this already.
There was the guy that was on, this dude, he's like extremely muscular dude, tight white pants, bald head, he's being all loud and stuff, and he's clowning. They asked him what success is, and he said, success, you got to be successful in everything. You have to work out. If you don't have a 6-pack, if you don't have muscles, you're not successful. If you're not, I drive a what do you say? I drive a Phantom masonry. That's like the top level Phantom, like Rolls Royce Phantom. I drive one of those. My wife, whoever he's with or whatever, she's a 10. I got this and I got that. If you're not successful in all areas, you're not successful. It's just like kind of a bonehead response. Very immature. So then it got to these 2 other men. First it came to the second man, or beside the other host, that came to this side, and they were just saying, success isn't always material. Success can be pretty much whatever you consider success to be. It's a subjective thing, which it is. And they were just saying, I want to make sure my family is good. My family is healthy. Everyone is happy. I consider that success. I'm not really worried about, I don't work out or go to the gym. I'm not worried about the materialistic thing. So then the bonehead, he done got offended. No, look at you over there. So he immediately starts like attacking these dudes verbally. It's like, look, your man shouldn't have tits. Look at you. You look like this. I thought this was he just, and in his effort to look like the manliest man in the room, he ended up looking like the biggest idiot of all. Like, and it was, he went on just going on a tangent talking about, how this is why people don't have him, because he's too real. People don't have him on podcasts. I'm like, no, you look like an idiot right now. And that's one of the things. It's like, people, what you consider success ain't success to everybody.
Yeah.
Like if he said, if you're working out, that's all you're doing is working out and you got your muscle and that's, you need to be successful in that. If I'm working out, anything that I do relates back to my family. Everything ties back to my family. If I'm working out, I'm trying to get healthy so I can stay alive and be with my family. If I'm doing something to make money, I'm making money for my legacy to build and help my family. Anything that I do, it relates all back to my family. Buying old school cars. Eventually, my boys are going to own these cars. When I'm up and out of here, they are theirs. If they want to start a business, they need a little extra cash. Oh, yeah, we can sell daddy's car. Boom. I got that cash. I can go buy this business. Everything I do relates back to my family. To me, that's success. Success is we have 4 boys and they are all in a academically rigorous school and thriving. That's success. And I think and what's crazy is they panned out to the audience and there was like all these men in the audience. And I'm like, who is influenced by a bonehead talking about you have a Miami 2. If you don't have a 10, then what are you doing? It's like, well, put your 10 back in the trophy case and go find you a boss.
There are a lot of men that are influenced by that.
Oh, absolutely. And that's what I'm saying. It's sad to see that.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, so now you have this 10, this trophy that you got, and you have a child by this woman or this girlfriend or this wife. Something happens to you. What's going to happen to your legacy now? Because she don't know how to fend for herself because she's just a trophy.
Yeah.
Only thing you do is wipe the dust off and show her off to people. Yeah. And it's like everything that this man was about was for other people, which, pretty much opens the book for all his insecurities. If you got to get muscles so you can look good for other people, if you got to get a 10 wife that looks the most beautiful thing just so she looks good for other people, if you have to drive the Rolls Royce masonry just to look good for other people, what? Like,
I would definitely say that like what was telling was his reaction to other people's version of success not matching to his.
And him getting offended and aggressive about it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what's telling. Because you can decide, like, when it comes to my health, I want to have a physical appearance that aligns with what people associate with health. I'm not saying that necessarily is healthy. There are people who have all the muscles that are going to end up or have died of cardiac arrest.
Yeah.
So it does not always match up. But the appearance of, typically when we see someone who is in shape, we assume health is a part of it.
Right.
It's okay if that is like a part of your goals and that's what makes you feel successful. It's also okay, in my opinion, to want to have certain materialistic things because you feel like they bring you some sort of joy, whether it be a nice house. That's me. I love a spacious house. Spacious house that ain't falling apart does make me feel successful.
Right.
But if someone were to say to me, for instance, we have a play niece. I'm not going to say who.
Royd's definitely were
Of course.
fueling this.
We have a play niece who absolutely does not want a big house.
Right.
She would prefer a tiny home in the middle of a bunch of land.
Yeah.
And just be able to have a good job and live in that tiny home. And when I say a good job, we're not talking about CEO of a company. We're talking about good job, pays regular, does not stress her out.
Right. Something she could go home from and not think about.
Correct. That is her version of success. And while my version and her version looks very different because she doesn't want to have kids, I'm so glad I have 4 children. I am not offended
Right.
that she don't want my home.
Yeah.
I'm not offended that she does not want to make children. I'm not offended that she's not like, I'm super duper ambitious and until I'm an entrepreneur of a 8-figure company, I don't feel like I've been successful. I'm like, part of me is low key envious that I'm like, you're going to be able to hit this goal so much faster than I'm going to hit mine.
That you still shooting for.
Yes, you're going to be able to hit this pretty fast if you make some good choices.
Yeah, no, a response like that, it definitely it magnified insecurities, weakness, and immaturity, as well as a lack of education. And I ain't talking about it ain't got nothing to do with college.
Yeah.
It just it was just seeing this, and it's just like you're on a panel in front of probably 200 other men, and on stage with, I think it was at least 6 to 8 other men, and it's just like, this is your response to this man's vision of success. It has nothing to do, like, I've never seen anybody get offended about somebody else's quest for, it's like, what is it to you? And it was interesting just seeing them, and they asked him a couple questions, like, and he's still going off on a tangent. They was like, but you never answered the question.
Right. And that tells you a lot. That tells you that your analysis, there we go. Yeah. Your analysis of him is probably spot on of doing things for other people to see.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is when it's something that you internally get joy from, you really don't care about how other people see it. But because someone's point of view was contradictory to his, he made it a personal attack for himself. Yeah. Where it's just like, I didn't say that you couldn't have any of that stuff. That's not what I said. Yeah. I said that's not what it means to me.
One of our friends' mom, she was just like, why do you like those old cars? They get like 6 miles to the gallon. I was like, because I think they're absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
It's just like, you ain't got to like this. This is for me.
Even in our own household, Marcus and I have varying views on success. Case in point, the couples challenges. I actually honestly enjoy doing the couples challenges, whether there was a camera around or not. My mind always looks at something difficult that is being done, and I go, I want to see if I could do that. Like, that's just my mind. When we would watch American Ninja Warrior, when we would watch Gladiators, any of those shows, my mind goes, you should try that.
Especially American Ninja Warrior.
Yeah.
That was just like laughable.
Yes. knowing, I probably won't make it past this part, but what could I do?
Gravity going to affect us a lot different than everybody else on this stage.
100%.
I saw you jump, but you descended a lot quicker than everybody.
Wipeout. All of these type of shows, and this is what this is in my household. It's me doing these TV shows with my husband. I absolutely adore it and love it. So the fact that that content resonates with so many people, they obviously it brings laughter into people's homes, into their jobs. It makes people have different type of conversations with their spouses. Also the fact that like people then see themselves in one of us or the other. Like a lot of people see their husband in Marcus based off of the couple's challenges. A lot of people see themselves in me. It's also the thing of people tapping into my delusional confidence, like my unwavering confidence, my problem solving. To me,
your delusion. We did that.
Yeah, we did. It's called reframing. It's not delusion.
Yeah.
That's what that's called.
Reassigning.
So to me, and so as a result, both of us have had a tremendous amount of growth in our audience reach, in a record. When you're recognizable, it's not recognition. Anyways,
popularity.
I don't want to say popular. It's something in the vein of how I'm trying to say it. I'm just not saying it's not recognizability. Regardless, all of that has increased, right? So to me, I'm like, this is successful, and these are, in a way, easy to do. They're repeatable. This is why I tell Marcus, I'm like low-hanging fruit. We have to have something that's low-hanging fruit. And what I mean by that, as a content creator, you are obviously going to have your specialty. And there's some people that are able to get away with only shooting their specialty and shooting it often, and that being all they have to do, right? There are some people who actually have gotten away with shooting their specialty at a high quality and not having to release it that often and still doing very well. They can release once a week and they're doing fine. For a lot of us that are comedic content creators, however, we have to have some low-hanging fruit that we can repeat often, and then some like things that we knock out of the park. So for me, the couples challenges is low-hanging fruit. I'm like, we found the repeatable thing, the thing we ain't got to think hard about. There's always going to be extremely athletic people that are like, watch me do this with my body. And I will always go, let's try to do that with my body. For Marcus, it is the complete opposite of success.
No, the only reason I find it successful is, unfortunately, I run into these people that tell me these stories about how much watching these challenges gives them laughter and helps them through tough times.
But you said you even as
y'all guilt tripping me is what the hell you're doing.
No, but even that, he said, I hate that. That's why I hate it. So
but I got to do it.
So even within our own home, two people who have been married, two people who are compatible, we don't even see success in the same way. Yeah. So I don't know why a man who doesn't live with these men on stage.
He don't even know these people. He was like, do you even make money? He was like, no, I'm broke. He was like, how much money? He's like, I'm broke. And they was just like, he's doing okay. He was like, no, I'm broke. Like, just leave it alone. But like, if I find it, I'll show it. But it kind of goes with what we talked about just a little bit today. That's why I wanted to bring it up.
So I wanted to piggyback for the main topic now that we're at it. That was our TikTok o'clock. We want to talk about, where do men find their support? This is to piggyback off of me saying I just joined Jack and Jill. Now, if you don't know me, you might not know that I am a member of an amazing sorority, Delta Sigma Theta, Sorority Incorporated, that I've been a member of for 22 years. I am a charter member of this specific chapter, Mocha Moms Incorporated San Fernando Valley chapter, which is now 10 years old, and that's a support group for Black mothers. So it is not child focused. This one is parent focused. It is, what does mama actually need? And then I just joined Jack and Jill. And then my sons, this is just a side note, are a part of their own mentorship program called YALA, Young Ambassadors Leadership Academy. Jesus, I be having to think hard. And these are all spaces that, one, I am able to gather support from, and two, now my sons are able to gather support from. So I have like and this is on top of, I have amazing friends. This is on top of I have amazing sisters, and this is on top of having a really great mom and a therapist. So I have all of these tools in my belt. And I was like, well, what the hell are black men doing for support? Now, before we get Marcus's response on this, because he is the black man of this podcast, I want to let you all know that this show is sponsored by BetterHelp. When you have to get something off your chest, it can sometimes feel like a boulder if you let it be there too long. There are conversations that I've had to have with people, especially with my husband, that is just like, if I don't, it's just going to cause more stress. And it might be something small, it might be something big, but regardless, it's just like, I got to get it off of my chest. We all carry around different stressors, big and small. And when we keep them bottled up, it starts to affect us negatively. And therapy is a space where you can get things off of your chest and figure out how to work through whatever's weighing you down. This was if I were to say the top 5 things that I did with my therapist, this is in the top 5. When I could feel that something was on me in the week, and I would get in front of my therapist, I would be like, oh, can we talk through this? And just having her help me comb through it, and like a lot of times it would help me get to the root of whatever it is, so that I was not just whatever actions I took wasn't just treating the symptom, but actually treating the root of the problem. And that priceless, life-changing. So if you're thinking about doing therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's online, it's convenient, it is flexible, it just works for whatever your schedule is, which I think is great. All you have to do is fill out a brief questionnaire. They'll match you with the therapist. And if you and the therapist aren't a great match in your opinion, you can change it anytime with no additional cost. Get it off your chest with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/argue today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/argue. So Marcus, where can black men get support? Where do you find your support? And are you looking for new places to get support?
I would say in that vein, I'm for the most part, pretty typical, meaning I'm probably the majority. When it comes to support, so you do have a lot of black men throughout various times in their life, whether it be career, college, or even in life, if they go to church or something, they'll have like a mentor. A lot of those are set up like jobs that I've had in the past. This is like they're for new people coming into the job or the new people coming into the career. They'll be like, seek out a mentor, and they'll tell the veterans, find someone to be your mentee. Mm-hmm. And I've seen a lot that a lot of men will. Like, it's men that I didn't even know were mentors. It's like I be talking to some of my boys, oh yeah, I had to hop on a call with my mentee real quick. It's like, you a mentor, Mm-hmm. So it definitely happens in that way. Me personally, when I seek out support, it's like I find it depends on what it's for. Mm-hmm. It depends on what it's for. If it's in like a specific segment of life or a specific thing that I'm trying to do, I find somebody with experience in that realm. Mm-hmm. Like if it's when I was doing Taste with Tank, I would shoot ideas past you, mm-hmm. like a lot, just trying to come up with it. A lot of it, when it comes to support, I will seek it out depending on what it is. Mm-hmm. A lot of times, I do have a therapist. Me and him, we talk. Actually, I got 2 therapists. I be still an Angel's therapist too. And I will. A lot of times I find it is my own self hang-ups, mm-hmm. obstacles that I need to work past, and that usually helps me a lot too. But as far as like seeking out groups, I do notice like a lot of women will do this. Angel probably more than anybody else. Angel's gonna be a part of an organization, at least 5.
I don't know. Shania gives me a run for my money.
Now I'm talking about you relative to the general population. Shania's on a whole nother level everything.
But she's changing the world.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Everything she does. Anyway, so yeah, Angel's always going to be part of an organization. She's gonna try her best to get on the leadership board or whatever you want to call it. She could get appointed a position of some sort. I've been in not as far as organizations like that, but I've been in groups with men talking support and all this, and I don't enjoy it.
Tell me.
It's not a bad thing. It's just I'm in my head already. So to sit and be in that environment where everybody's like kind of spewing out what's in their head is sometimes it can be like a cloud over it, or just sitting there listening to feelings. I don't enjoy it at all. I've been in those areas. I've been in those groups. I've been in those rooms, and it's interesting a lot of times. And we, you bounce things off of each other. Like everybody will share their experiences, which so it is. I do enjoy it in a way that it benefits other people. Usually, I don't walk out of those rooms with it benefiting me. Not to say I don't like being in them because I don't benefit it. I just this. Angel knows, talking about the whole feelings and doing that's why I talk to my therapist.
Now, let me tell you how we are actually similar. So when I think about the groups that I'm a part of, like Mocha Moms, I do not go to any of we have something called exhales. That's when feelings are discussed.
Yeah.
And people are able to if they need to just vomit everything they're feeling, that's what they will do. When I tell you I have not attended one because I already know I'm not going to want to be there. And one, I'm not going to word vomit on anyone else.
Right.
And I don't really want to be a part of someone else doing it to me. So I find support in different ways from those groups. Yeah. Like some of it is inspiration, like watching these women navigate life. It inspires me. Sometimes they don't realize just how they're moving in life is actually helping me problem solve something that I couldn't figure out. And sometimes just more so, I feel like especially when I'm in the smaller settings with those women, like if it's like three of us going out to lunch, our conversations, which are usually not about, well, I've been so depressed here lately. Right. It'll just be like, girl, let me tell you about what happened at work today. It'll be something like that. Sometimes that gives me the feeling of, oh, wow, you feel the same way. Or, oh, that's how you took that, huh? I wonder if, so it gives me a support in a very different way.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
A lot of times I will seek out motivation before support. Like just getting motivated to do something or seeing something. Like, for instance, we watched the Kevin Hart and Mark Twain thing. Yeah. For me, that was inspiring to see. Like all the hard work and stuff he put in and pushing and hearing the stories with I can't remember his name, but the one that used to be his manager. Robinson? Yeah, Nate Robinson, hearing him talk and knowing, hearing other stories that all the things that they've been through of trying to grow and do this and having a community. For me, that was inspiring. This is so like that type of stuff I like to see, I like to hear, I like to read about. Like, I'll tell you, the last person I opened up slightly to was Tony Baker. I sent him a text. We got games and stuff. We go back and forth. And I let him know, hold on, what did I say? Wrong office.
No, he's right.
Oh, he's right?
Yeah.
Y'all got food coming?
No, we did.
I said, on a serious note, you one of my favorite comedians. I can watch your material and content all day on repeat. Keep doing you. He responded. He was like, oh, wow, thanks. That means a lot, man. And I was like, I used to, but I'm no longer trying to hold flowers and set on compliments. And he was like, why were you setting on them? I was like, bad choice of words. Not really setting on them, just trying to be more vocal. My mind is always going, but I don't say a lot. I see people moving and grooving, and I think to myself, man, I'm proud of them. Or, man, seeing you happy makes me happy. But I be big Silent Bob over in the corner. Silent Bob got to get the fuck up out of here. That's what I said. He put LOL. He was like, yeah, anyway, I appreciate it. But that was just me like, open, like, you know what? I do be in my head a lot. And I'm like,
you do sit on compliments. Why don't you say, yes, that's the truth?
Huh?
You do sit on flowers and compliments.
Yeah,
What?
I said I'd be doing that.
And then you said bad choice of words. No, it was the perfect choice of words.
Did I say sit down or holding back? Anyway, shut up, Angel. This is my talk.
Just saying. I'm like, oh no, that's exactly what you do.
But anyways, but I'd be real silent. I'm like, you know what? Let me start being more vocal about, because like Tony, I've enjoyed his stuff for a long time. I ain't never told, man, that was dope. That was fun. I'm like, man, let me just tell this man that like I truly be enjoying your stuff.
That goes to the love languages kind of. Words of affirmation is not your jam.
Yeah, I be struggling to get it out there.
Yeah.
I be thinking it. I be in my head.
He will think it, but let me tell you, it is harder. He is working on it. It is harder for him to just say it. But back to you saying inspiration, do you not feel like, so for instance, when I think about when I joined Delta, one, it was like another vehicle for me to be able to give back. Being a community servant is something that it's kind of instilled in me, but in a different way than what Delta is. My mother, if we were to track how many hours she donated to her church, she would be volunteer of the year as far as when I was growing up. And I'm not talking about I'm talking about things that was serving other people. So giving back has been something that this is what I know because this is what I saw. But being a part of Delta and that being another vehicle for me to be able to give back in, another reason why I joined is because the women inspire me. You talk about women who are sharp, successful in their careers, financially very successful as well, and then also daring enough to be like, I will come up with ways to try to change society for the betterment of everyone. That I was like, I want to be closer to that. Do you ever think about how to put yourself beside more Black men that are inspiring to you so that inspiration is happening not just when you're watching a Kevin Hart special, but it's happening more often because you're around it more often?
Me, I seek that out, but I can't say I have found a way to come in contact with more people that inspire me in that way. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like I will watch something, I will read an article that's very inspiring, but I can't say I'm out. It's just like, you know what? Let me mow with them. Like Alamy, me and him have always had really good conversations or whatever. But again, when we see each other, it's just like, man, let's just relax. We ain't got to be on, So yeah, I seek it out, but not in a one-on-one physical. Yeah.
Every time I look at the thing, my jacket is sitting on me all weird, like I'm a hunchback. So I'm going to name off some organizations that I saw. So this is where me and Marcus are different. If I'm saying, I'm not saying that you said you need this, but if I find
all the women in here can relate to my thinking to their husband or boyfriend or a man in their life. No. I told y'all I'm the majority. You are. I'm literally a lot of men operate like this.
So
not all, but a lot do.
For me, once I've established in my head and in my heart stuff that makes me feel good or stuff that inspires me, I seek out how can I get this to be how can I get it to be repeated? Or if I feel lack in a certain way, if I'm able to, sometimes lack is the harder one. If I feel lack in a certain way and if I can pinpoint it, I then try to figure out how do I fill in that gap. So for instance, when I got pregnant with little Marcus and I realized, damn, the gap between me and my friends is becoming bigger because they don't have children. And so they can't really relate to me on certain things. So I can't have certain conversations. Well, I can have conversations with them, but what I'm expecting back, they cannot offer me because they have never had a child.
Right.
That's when I was like, I'm going to seek out mothers that I can talk to. Not that I want to hear their woes, but just being even able to see them operate is going to help me figure out what I'm doing wrong, right? Or just feel like, oh, somebody else. Okay, great. So that's me. Marcus, even though he's in his head a lot, that's not like where the way his brain is going to operate is like, oh, find some more dudes. That's inspiring.
Especially the introvert in me is just like, ew. Oh, what's that, brother?
What's that?
Brother,
Ew.
Be around more people? Get out of here.
Okay, so here's some. I figure out, you know me, if I'm going to present the problem, I'm also going to present some potential solutions. Not specifically that I'm saying my husband needs to do any of these, but there are organizations that exist that allow specifically Black men to not only have support, but camaraderie. The camaraderie part is where I feel like Marcus truly doesn't, like, he's cool with camaraderie. He just doesn't want it forced upon him, because he will go to car shows. Mm-hmm. That is camaraderie right there.
A car show, cigar lounge.
He'll do that.
Yeah.
He knows that there will be people there. He could smoke a cigar in the backyard by himself. He could drive his car, which he does on his own, and not be around folk. But there is parts of the camaraderie of having people with like-minded interests, being around them, but not having to low-key small talking.
Right.
You don't have to. But there's 100 Black Men of America, and that is, this organization focuses on mentoring, education, health and wellness, and economic development. There is Brotherhood of Elders. Doesn't that sound bad?
I just imagine the, what's them dudes called? What y'all call them? The dudes they all got beards and they wear hats and they just walk around in a group together. No. The Silver Fox dudes.
Oh.
They just look like walking in a room with a bunch of Silver Fox dudes. Nobody saying nothing, just we're going to look pristine with our manicured beards and hats and dressed alike.
So it says the Brotherhood of Elders Network, UMS, aims to support Black men through leadership development and community engagement. It provides mentorship, hosts community events, and offers leadership training. That's pretty dope.
Mm-hmm. It is dope.
The Black Man Can aims to, that's the organization, the Black Man Can.
I've heard of that one.
Aims to uplift and empower young Black men and boys. It offers workshops, mentorship, and is a platform to share positive narratives about Black men. There's also Black Men of America. Focuses on leadership, education, and community service. Provides mentorship programs, educational resources, and leadership training. And then there are some of the fraternities as well, which while it would be the same as like with Delta, while there's not as much of a focus on, like in Delta, we're not sitting there discussing our feelings about our life. We looking at policies, procedures, and protocols and whatnot. But again, it's like, oh, I'm around high-powered attorneys. I'm around women who have owned and launched very successful businesses, are CEOs of like television networks and companies, yada, yada, yada. So it is just like, dang, you are doing it. So they have Omega Psi Phi. My brother-in-law just joined Alpha Phi Alpha. He is a man who already has a very impressive career. He's been
very impressive.
He's been an attorney all that I've known him. I've never known him not to be an attorney. He's been the partner at a law firm. He's now the assistant dean at the University of Kentucky's law school. This man has a very cemented career when it comes to what he has done. But for him, being a part of A-Phi-A offered another type of level of brotherhood and camaraderie that I'm assuming he wanted.
And me and him, anytime we get together, we always have a good conversation.
Marcus and Danny have a very good time. My Brother's Keeper is another one. It's an initiative launched by President Obama to address persistent opportunity gaps facing boys and young men of color. So that's more so for younger guys. The National Action Network, it was founded by the Reverend Al Sharpton. Okay. It advocates for civil rights and social justice. The NAACP, come on. Again, advocacy, education, social justice. And the last one I have listed here is the National Urban League. provides economic empowerment, educational opportunities, and guarantee of the civil rights for the underserved. So these are more so service organizations that you can be a part of to be of service. Yeah. I think that a lot of these organizations are one. First of all, how many of those had you heard of before?
I've heard of 2 of them. The first one.
The 100 Black Men of America?
No, the first one that I said I heard
Black
of.
Man Can?
Yeah, Black Man Can, and what was the last one? The Urban League.
The Urban League, and of course you've heard of the NAACP.
Yeah, of course NAACP.
In the fraternities.
Yeah, and the fraternities, yes.
I heard of obviously the fraternities, the NAACP, and the 100 Black Men of America only because I was invited to one of their events in Orange County. But I do feel as though unless you are around it, you don't know it exists.
No, you definitely. And I'll support any call. Anytime I've heard of one, I try to go out and support it. Like if there's a walk or whatever they're doing, any organization, supporting us, I don't be shying away from that stuff at all.
Would you ever consider joining an organization?
Probably not.
Tell me.
For me,
tell me why.
For me, it's just committing the time. That's always my biggest thing, is I don't want to commit to something and not be able to uphold my end of the bargain.
And you don't think you would be able to?
I don't know. I don't know.
He's like, but I won't find out.
But I'm busy enough. I'm busy enough, and there's something specifically on the days when I get time to just do me, I don't want to have to fit nothing else in. And that's just me. I don't want to have to fit nothing else in. I would rather be sitting there. It's like, what was I about to do? Oh, I could do this or I could do that, versus let me hurry up and do this, or I can't do this because I got to go do that on this day. Like, I don't want to have to do that. I do it enough during the week. I don't want to have to add something else to that.
Because you don't think it would be enjoyable just because it's a commitment?
Yeah, I don't see myself. Like I said, I've been to meetings and stuff like that, and I don't be enjoying them. If I do it, I'm gonna do it.
Meetings like that? Would it tell me meetings?
No, meetings, and not specifically the organizations, but being there at those events. I'm just like, I don't want to have to cut the time out to come and do this. Okay. Just all the strength of all the stuff that I've already had to do during the week. I'm like, nah, I just want to do me at this point. You know what I'm saying? Maybe once kids get a little older and we ain't doing as much running around and all that, definitely, and I ain't gonna say definitely, maybe I would reconsider. But as of right now, nah.
No, I completely understand that.
No, it was a few years ago. I was, that's my brother. He first became a Mason, and I was looking at the chapters out here, and I'm just like, I ain't about to, no. Go and meet up and have to memorize, and on top of getting back for other people, they do it. I'm like, no, I
love my husband. I love him just the way he is.
Not yet.
I love him. Absolutely 100% love this man. If there are any organizations that you feel like we miss that exist, that support Black men, please leave them in the comments of this YouTube video. I honestly feel as though these organizations can be super duper helpful depending on the type of man.
They can be.
That you are, but
definitely for what these organizations do for the communities. Like I said, I will try my best to support any and all of them. When I hear about things that's going on, I definitely never shy away from that. But yeah, I'm just, like I said, I'm a part of that majority. I can't. This is like, I spent most of my career sitting in meetings and talking to people. It's just like,
you're like, I need a longer break from that. But yeah, leave it in the comments of this video. Again, please make sure you check out our sponsors. They are Lumi, BetterHelp, and HelloFresh. Please use our promo codes for those. Most of the time it's Argue. For Lumi, it's Argue. For BetterHelp, it's Argue. And then for HelloFresh, it is Argue Sweet. That lets them know that we sent you over there. As a reminder, the Here's the Thing merch shirts, the Friend of the Pod shirts, the last day to purchase them are today, Wednesday, the day this airs. So if you are thinking, yeah, I want a Friend of the Pod shirt, do not wait, because we're not going to order anymore if you forget. You can follow me at That Chick Angel across all platforms pretty much. It's, sometimes it's TV. You get it. You can also see me in Arlington, Texas at the Women Evolve conference. Get your tickets September 23rd through the 26th. I think that's all I need to tell y'all. What you want to tell the people?
Hey, y'all know y'all can follow me. Mark on the gram, Instagram, Mark on the book. On Facebook, it was it. Tank Don't Talk on TikTok. I got a beard and body butter called Man Shit. You can go to manShyt.com and get you some of that.
Mm-hmm. I thoroughly enjoyed this episode with you, baby.
Thank you.
All right. Until next time.
Y'all have a good one, fam.
Bye.